Assalamualaikum, I am Hanif and I'm going to present about the journal article under the theme of body image. The article is titled The Relationship Between Facebook and Instagram Appearance Focus Activities and Body Image Concerns in Young Women. The authors are Rachel Cohen, Toby Newton-John and Amy Slater. It was published in 2017 and the journal name is Body Image. The aim of the study was to identify the specific social networking sites, SNS features that relate to body image concerns in young women. As for the problem statement, the method of measuring overall time spent on SNS may bring the research unable to point out important effects of ongoing SNS. Also, most studies have focused solely on Facebook and no study has explored both Instagram and Facebook use together with body image. The research objective is to identify the specific Facebook and Instagram features that relate to body image concerns among young women aged 18 to 29 years. Research hypothesis that the study wanted to signify is a feature of Facebook appearance exposure and following appearance-focused Instagram accounts will positively correlate with body image concerns. The significance of the study is to explore both Instagram and Facebook platform features in relationship with body image concerns. The literature review can be summarized as social-cultural theory of body image disturbance and objectification theory can be used to evaluate and support past studies on the cause of the thin ideal, self-objectify, and engage in appearance comparison with peers in relationship between general social networking sites towards the body image and disordered eating. The fact that most studies only focus on the amount of time spent on SNS, the gap that the current study is trying to solve is the specific features from the SNS such as appearance-focused activities might also lead to body image concerns among women. The research conducted using quantitative research. The voluntary participants are 259 Australian women aged 18 to 29 years within normal body weight. The participants have an average reported body mass index BMI of 32.45 recruited via various social media outlets promoting the study, for example, university's Facebook page. The majority of the participants are Caucasian, followed by Asian and other races. The survey took approximately 10 to 15 minutes to complete. For the demographic questions, the participants were asked about their age, gender, ethnicity, level of education, height, and weight in BMI. As for the social networking site use, yes or no items were asked if participants had a Facebook and Instagram account along with the time they access the platform daily. Facebook questionnaire was used and Facebook appearance exposure was used to indicate their frequency of engagement with individual Facebook activities. The responses were summed to calculate the total FUQ score and to comprise the appearance exposure score. Participants were also asked how often they follow three categories of Instagram accounts, which is health and fitness, celebrities, and travel. The social cultural attitudes towards appearance questionnaire version 3 was used to measure thin ideal internalization. In terms of appearance comparison, physical appearance comparison scale was used to measure appearance comparison tendencies. The appearance evaluation was used to measure appearance satisfaction with statements regarding self-appearance with lower scores indicating lower appearance satisfaction. The objectified body consciousness scale was also used to measure body surveillance. The eating disorder inventory 3 was used to measure disordered eating symptomology. The result leads to the findings of the total time spent on SNS was not related to body image outcomes, but rather this result supports that appearance-focused SNS used on Facebook and Instagram may be more relevant to body image concerns in young women. For the result, Instagram users scored significantly higher on body surveillance compared to non-Instagram users. Unlike Facebook, unique self-presentation opportunities featured in Instagram affects young women to focus on the outward qualities of appearance. As a conclusion from the study, measuring specific SNS user activity provides greater insight into this relationship between social media and body image concerns in young women. Finally, appearance-focused SNS activities towards body image should be the focus of targeted intervention and practical suggestions for young women vulnerable to body image issues. Overall, the information gained from this article can be detected as the language used by the authors helped to signal some parts of the research paper. I think that's all from me. Thank you.